Hi and good evening. I am Dr. Eric J. Klim, a doctor of medicine. Today we are going to discuss about poliomyelitis, also known as polio. What is polio? Polio is a highly infectious disease of the central nervous system. It is caused primarily by a closely related polioviruses, namely type 1, type 2, and type 3. What are the signs and symptoms of a polio? Most children infected with poliovirus may never feel ill. Approximately 5% of people exposed to any of these viruses from type 1, type 2, and type 3 have influenza-like symptoms such as fever, lagnat, loose stools, pagtatae, sore throat, masakit na lalamunan, headache, or stomach upset. Some may have pain or stiffness in the neck or masakit sa batok, back, and legs, and 1% becomes paralyzed. In the paralytic polio, severe muscle pains followed by milder symptoms and then paralysis develops, usually in the first week of illness. The functions of one or both legs or arms may be lost and may result in difficulty of breathing or hirap sa paghinga. How is polio transmitted? Papaano nga ba nasasalin ang polio? Polio is highly communicable disease. It spreads from person to person by contact with infected feces or dumi ng tao. People who have not have symptoms may still be carriers and can spread the disease. The incubation period is commonly from 7 to 10 days but may range from 4 to 35 days. The next question will be, who are the population at risk? Every person who is not vaccinated against polio will acquire the infection if the virus is in the environment, with the following outcomes. 95% will show no effect, 4% will have mild flu-like symptoms, 1% will become paralyzed, 0.5% will be paralyzed for life, while 0.1% will die during the acute phase. Where does polio occur? Polio can occur anywhere in the world. Currently, polio is endemic in only two regions: African region, specifically Nigeria, and Eastern Mediterranean region, specifically Pakistan and Afghanistan. In regions where it has been eliminated, the Americas, Europe, Western Pacific, Southeast Asia, controlled measures and certification quality polio surveillance must be sustained until the disease is eradicated worldwide. How is polio treated? Paano nga ba ginagamot ang polio? There is no specific treatment for polio. Treatment consists of supportive and symptomatic care. Kung ano pong sintomas, yun lamang po ang ginagamot natin. How is polio prevented? Polio can be prevented through immunization with oral polio vaccine or OPV and inactivated polio vaccine or the IPV. Again, there are two strategies: the oral polio vaccine or the OPV and the inactivated polio vaccine, which is the IPV. Now, what are the eradication strategies for polio? In 1988, the 41st World Health Assembly launched a global initiative to eradicate polio. There are four core strategies to stop transmission of the wild polio virus. 1. High infant immunization coverage with 3 doses of OPV in the first year of life. High infant immunization coverage with 3 doses of OPV or oral polio vaccine should be given 3 times within the first year of life. Number 2, supplementary doses of OPV or oral polio vaccine to all children under 5 years of age during immunization campaign. So we also give supplementary doses of OPV. Number 3, surveillance for poliovirus through reporting and laboratory testing of all cases of acute flaccid paralysis or AFP o biglang panghihina among children under 15 years of age. Number 4, targeted map-up campaign once polio transmission is limited to specific focal area. In addition, the Department of Health introduced inactivated polio vaccine, IPV. Initially, we have OPV that should be given 3 times within the first year of life. And now we have OPV, then IPV, which is the inactivated polio vaccine through the National Immunization Program or NIP in 2014, and switch the oral polio vaccine from trivalent to bivalent type. It is very important for us to know that there is already a shift from trivalent, which consists of types 1, 2, and 3, to bivalent, which is only 1 and 3. The reasons for this change are that type 2 polio has been declared eradicated, and to decrease the risk of emergence of the vaccine-derived poliovirus disease. The inclusion of IPV into the National Immunization Schedule is part of DOH effort to protect every Filipino child against the disease and to sustain the country's polio-free status. Take note, when we talk about the vaccine-derived poliovirus or the VDPV, under very rare circumstances, when the coverage of polio vaccine is inadequate, hindi sapat yung pagbibigay ng mga bakuna sa mga kabataan, the virus strains in OPV can mutate and regain characteristic of wild polio virus, the abilities to cause paralytic disease in humans and to spread the disease from person to person. This phenomenon is known as the vaccine-derived poliovirus, has been documented in many countries, most recently in Laos PDR, Myanmar, and in Philippines in the year 2014. In each case, vaccination coverage was very low in the affected areas. That is why it's very important that we have very high coverage for vaccine among children. As with the wild polio vaccine, or virus, the critical factor in controlling the VDPV or the vaccine-derived polio virus is achieving and maintaining high vaccination coverage rates through a combination of strengthening the routine immunization system and supplemental vaccination. Once again, I'm Dr. Eric J. Klim. Good evening and may God bless us all.